Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back. And I do appreciate support. Guys, listen. Let me make an announcement real quick. Two things. Number one, if you see somebody with my face trying to contact you in the comment section, giving you a WhatsApp or some type of thing, that is not me. That is a scammer. They do that to all the YouTubers. They'll use your face, and if you look at the name, it'll be off by a letter or two. It's not me telling you to hit me on WhatsApp. I don't even have that. So that's the first thing. Second thing is this. If you guys contact me on Instagram, do not send me a link, especially a Facebook link, to any other videos, because for some odd reason I cannot open them there. If you do want to send me a link of a story that you want me to do or you want me to check out, send it to this email address that you have at the bottom. It's in the description box of all my videos if you don't know what my email address is to contact me directly. And send a link there, and then I can open it. But I want to get into this news, right? It's a lot of coward people out here. And you see a growing trend in people killing people when they don't want to be with them no more, or things go south in a relationship. This man that you see up here right now, this guy's name is Lenton Jones of Dublin, Georgia. Shout out Dublin, Georgia. 37-year-old man, you'd think he'd have a lick of sense. Ladies and gentlemen, this past Friday, this man gunned down this woman, his ex-girlfriend, Dontrinell Downing. May she rest in peace. 31 years old. Supposedly did this in front of her children. This guy is facing the following charges plus more that are not even specified yet. Malicious murder, aggravated assault, 2 counts of cruelty to children, I guess because he did the act in front of them. This woman was gunned down in the parking lot, 5-something in the morning, in her own complex. Guy shot her, just like a coward. He ran away. Yesterday, he turned himself in to authorities. Here's the story.
The search is over for the man investigators believe is connected to a fatal shooting in Dublin that happened Friday morning. Lenton Jones is now in custody in the Lawrence County Detention Center. He turned himself in at the Dublin Police Department this morning. 31-year-old mother Dontrinell Downing died in that shooting. Naomi Washington shares what Downing's neighbors recall about that morning.
Robbie Hudson says she had countless positive interactions with Dontrinell Downing.
She was very respectable, a very nice person. And I just met her since I moved over here.
Downing's ex-boyfriend, Lenton Jones, is now accused of killing her after a confrontation. It happened here in the parking lot right in front of where Downing lived. A neighbor who didn't want to be on camera says she lives at the building right across and says she heard the commotion Friday morning, but didn't know it was a gunshot until she saw yellow tape and police on the scene. Hudson says Downing's 2 sons tried to step in.
When they were trying to help their mama do CPR on her, and it was no good.
Another neighbor, Patricia Miller, says she often saw Downing's sons playing on the playground nearby. Miller says she's still disturbed by the sight of Downing's body laying in the parking lot during the long investigation that followed the shooting.
That kind of bothered me because of the fact they didn't even cover her with a sheet. It had clothes on top of it, like it was a pile of clothes or something. But I knew it was a body the way it was, laid and everything. I don't think that was right.
Now that a suspect is in jail,
it's hard when a young child loses their mother, so I pray for them.
Miller says she is hoping for the best for the family and the 2 children who lost their mom. In Dublin, Naomi Washington, 13 WMAZ News.
That's the story of this guy, Lenton Jones. Went out like a dumbass over a confrontation with a ex-girlfriend. And did it in front of her children and ran off like they always do. May this lady Dontrinell Downing rest in peace. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't know what this is about. I don't even give a damn. But I do know this. As a man being in a relationship or being past a relationship, you have a right to leave some shit alone. A lot of times it's pettiness that make people separate. This guy went to her place 5-something in the morning, arguing with her, in front of her kids. That's the thing. You arguing with somebody to get your point across, if you feel like you've been unappreciated or disrespected, only to take somebody's life, which is the ultimate disrespect. That's why stuff like this I don't give no leaning to. You know what I'm saying? As a man, woman get on your nerves, leave her alone. Leave her alone. And he said she had 2 kids. I don't know if any of them kids was his, but he's facing 2 counts of child cruelty in the 1st degree, meaning he did what he did in front of her. You shot these kids' mother and then ran off like the bitch that you are and left them to try to pick up the pieces of a fractured woman on the ground that died. What type of mind fuck do you think these children experienced looking at the life slip from their mother as she took her last breath as you ran off and they was powerless? I want you to think about that. What's more crueler? What she did that made you mad enough to confront her, or what you did after confronting her? Because you killed this woman and part of them 2 children. Don't you think about that? You don't know that fractured their life, because these kids, I seen pictures of them, they're not that old. You know what I'm saying? They still would need their mom and their growth and development, and you halted that because you had a fit of anger and you took it way past the line that it should have been taken. That's why I said if I was in power, all this shit would stop today. It would end the day. Listen, you'll think twice before you start doing crazy stuff to somebody, whether it's a man or woman. Because if you have an out and you didn't take that out, the ultimate sacrifice that you'll make after taking somebody else's life is offering up your own. And it'll be swift. Ain't gonna be no trial, ain't gonna be none of this, ain't gonna be none of that. A lot of stuff needs tweaking out here, especially people's attitudes and how we relate to each other. If a woman make me mad enough to where I want to put my hands on her or take her life, I back off. I leave. A lot of times power ain't this, the physical, it's the reserve. At 37 years old, like I said, life is a revolving door. At 37 years old, this guy knows better, but he didn't choose to do better. That's the thing. Who knows why these people do this? A lot of times, these dudes that are pookiest in nature is dependent on the female sometimes for their well-being, whether it's using their car, living in their house, or whatever. And when all that is stopped, when a breakup or something that they deem vital to their existence after meeting this person is taken away from them, all of a sudden, they want to take everything away from the other person, which is their life. That's sick. It's not manly. That shit weak. And you see it a lot out here. You see women doing this type of stuff now. If a man tell you he don't want to be with you, he don't want to be with you. You're a woman, go off. There'll be somebody else that'll like the energy you give. Same with a man. That's the thing. People meet people no matter what point in time in their life, and this person is the end all be all of their existence when they first said hi. That's the stupidest thing ever. Life is a never-ending highway until the sun sets on your ass. You go to one rest stop, and all of a sudden you don't want to drive no more, and you done found what you was looking for. So the rest of the journey don't mean nothing if you can't stay at this rest stop. Craziness. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Peace to the fallen.